the sacrifices that our parents have made, giving birth, like even the concept of that pain is beyond anyone in this room's comprehension. The weight, because my sister just had another child, so I'm more aware of the whole kid process. And how often she has to wake up, how often she has to feed, she has to clean. The noise, the constant noise of a child that's crying, her older son that's crying. So many sacrifices. Money. How much money in clothes, in toys, in that house, vacations. How many dollars have been invested in you and I? And that's just tangible investments. What about time? One of the plays was saying, like Pramod said, that the wife doesn't work. Right? How much would you pay a babysitter, a driver, and so on and so forth? Especially for our parents who came from a foreign country and started working to give us what we can, so we can afford the clothes, so we can afford this building like Shankar Uncle talked about. From a foreign country. I went to school in Europe for 4 months. I lived in India for 2.5 years. I'm sure many of you have done similar experiences. Think about that challenge. You just had to go to school. Imagine having to get a passport, a social insurance card. What the hell is that? Right? In India, we don't have such formalities, such legalities. All the income tax? Imagine filling an income tax form for the first time and you just moved here from India. These are the sacrifices that our parents have made for us. And if we kept this in mind, we wouldn't get so angry at them. We wouldn't get so frustrated with them. The people we get most angry at are the people closest to us. And the reason why we do it is because we take them for granted. We feel that they're expected to forgive us, that they will forgive us. We don't treat our friends like that, because if we did something wrong to them, see ya, you're not my friend anymore. And in one of the plays, again, you said nicely that you should treat your significant other as a friend, selflessly. And I agree with that, other than there's a sharing of a certain level of intimacy as well. This anger is unjustified. It comes because we have such high expectations of our family. And we sometimes fail to realize that they're humans too. If we can make mistakes, how come they can't make mistakes? They're humans, they eat, they sleep. They're allowed to get angry, they're allowed to get frustrated. But we tend not to give them that opportunity. We think that to be perfect. For those of you who have read that great epic, Bleeding the Truth.
Oh yeah.
Bleeding the Truth is a commentary I wrote on Bhajagovindam for Guruji while I was in the course. I think it's Shloka 7. I started it off by saying, it's a song as well. And it says, teenage wasteland, ha ha, so lost. Because that's what people think about us. That, oh, you're just a teenager, you're just a young adult. You don't know what you want. You don't know what you're doing in your life. And they laughed, ha ha, so lost. And then our response to them is, yeah, sure, man, first stone not tossed. Meaning, do you know what you want in your life? Do you know what makes you happy? And this whole idea of the first stone not tossed comes from the Bible, where Jesus says the person who hasn't committed a sin is allowed to throw the first stone. You and I too. We are eligible to throw stones at our parents if we don't have any faults. If we've made all the sacrifices they have. And that way, none of us would pick up a stone. Our frustrations or anger would slowly be curtailed. With our friends, as I've mentioned again, that we have to derive joy from our friends, and we have to practice learning from them, practice growing from our friends. From our parents, to develop synergies and relationships with them, then we have to change ourselves, and we have to begin to appreciate them. Good? Okay. Friends, family, then? No, before me? significant others, whether it's your spouse, whether it's your fiance, whether it's your boyfriend, whether it's your girlfriend. This is different than family. This is different than friends. It is closer. The bond between a husband and wife is different than the bond between a mother and a daughter, or a husband and a son, and so on and so forth. Okay. So how do we be peaceful with our significant others? And the key to be peaceful with our significant others is to be peaceful without our significant others as well. When we are peaceful without our significant others, only then can we be peaceful with our significant others. You and I tend to start dating a boy or a girl, or boys or girls, if you're into that. Because we're not happy, and we think that this person will bring me happiness. I get into a relationship expecting that person to bring me happiness. And there's a lot of errors in that statement and thinking I said. I use the word expect. I use the word happiness outside of it. You and I, after having listened even just yesterday and today, those words should slowly dissolve. And for some of you who've been with Chinmay Mission since grade 2, certainly this vocabulary should not be around. This thinking shouldn't be around. You and I have to be happy independently before we can be happy in a relationship. I have to be happy alone before I can even dream or think about being happy with someone else. With or without that significant other, I have to be happy. This is something that I learned very much, again, in the first 3 months of the Vedanta course. I was learning so much about even relationships, which is why I just openly express that everyone has to take this course. I'm telling all of you have to do the Vedanta course at the same time. And then come back and spread what you're learning. You will be 10 times the husband and wife and parent with this Vedantic knowledge. 10 times the pharmacist, 10 times the lawyer, 10 times the doctor, 10 times the organizer, 10 times the speaker, 10 times everything pertaining to relationships. Only when you know yourself can you know another person. Little kids ask me, can I read people's minds? And I say, yes, I can. And I point at them. It's not that you can read someone's mind, but you know yourself so well that you can empathize with the person next to you so much that it's as if you know what they're thinking. It's just that oneness that I'm speaking about. But it doesn't start there, it starts here. Only if I have money can I give you money. If I'm a beggar and you ask me for money, what can I give you? Nothing. I don't have it. How can I give it to you? How can I give you happiness in a relationship if I'm not happy myself? And if the other person's not happy either, that's a bad combination. That's going to spell doom. Doom. And it comes very much back to the quote that Swami Chinmayananda says, which many of you know. We cannot put the key to our happiness in another's pocket, in someone else's pocket. Where should the key to our happiness be? That's our key. Definitely not with Nitin or Mookie. It has to be with ourselves. And when we're happy, when we know ourselves, we will be the best significant other. I assure you.